The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Right Side with Doug Billings. Thanks for watching us around the planet. We appreciate you. I'm coming to you from smack dab in the middle of the fruited plain in the United States of America, doing what I've been called by God to do, snatched out of a former life in corporate America, placed right here in front of you to save the republic, to dispense to you intellectual maturity, and to describe and illustrate for you what it is to be a determined patriot and to meet in determined prayer. That's what we do over here. Today on the program, two segments. One with Bob Reed. Bob is a man who's going to teach you to make a living. If you're tired of mandates, masks, and jabs, and you want to be your own boss and never have to worry about that again, you're going to want to listen to Bob Reed. He's going to explain to you, if you think an extra $500 a month would come in handy, that's a cakewalk. It's entirely possible to make $7,000 a month. And then we're going to have one of our favorites, the Hydrogen Man himself, on the program to talk about all of that and much more. The Right Side with Doug Billings is upon you. Are you ready? Let's go.
Hey everybody, my name is General Mike Flynn. And I'm here to do a big shout out for my great friend and one of the best in the business, Mr. Doug Billings. Right Side with Doug Billings, Right Side with Doug Billings. Doug is the future of the airwaves when it comes to independent broadcasters and podcasters. He is the new Rush Limbaugh. He's exactly what America needs right now, looking for honesty, looking for wisdom, looking for truth, looking for patriotism. Listen to Doug Billings at Right Side with Doug Billings. God bless you and God bless America, and thank you.
We are not liberal snowflakes who melt away in the face of tragedy, adversity, and challenge. We are a covenant nation under God, and His divine providence is not dead and it's not gone. It is living within each and every one of you. And you will bring it to life in such a way that the world has never seen before. We never back down. We never give up. We march forward.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to The Right Side with Doug Billings, where we do meet, I promise you that, in determined prayer, and we meet in determined patriotism. We've got to have each other's backs out there. I know that you've got mine, and I know that you know that I have your backs. People that we put on the program with regards to sponsorships and so forth are people who can help you in any number of different areas. And last week, I had the opportunity to speak with a gentleman by the name of Bob Reed, who's an expert in helping people become financially independent, financially stable. And we're going to talk to you. He's going to talk to you today about escaping corporate America, escaping the mandates, the jabs, and the masks, reaching out, striking out on your own. Baby steps at first, perhaps. The small investment, you can be making an extra $500 a month easily. Believe me, trust me. And if you really put some effort into it, I have seen real life examples that within a matter of a few months, people are bringing home $7,000 and more every month. Sometimes, and in many cases, $7,000 a week, ladies and gentlemen. Now, look, I know my dad is ringing in my ears right now. That sounds too good to be true, Doug. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Listen to Bob Reed in this interview, ladies and gentlemen. Just listen. We're going to provide you a mechanism by which you can go to my website, dougbillings.us, click on the tab at the top of the website where it says jobs without the jab, and discovering wealth and so forth. Click on that, fill out the form, and get information on this. But first, just listen to Bob. Listen to Bob and all of the wisdom and the experience that he brings to this area, and see if it doesn't make sense for you and your life. We're in this together, my friends, and I present to you this interview so that if you're out there struggling, wondering what to do next, and you don't want to put up with the jab and the mandates, you want to protect your family, look into this. Don't be cynical. Give it a try. Give it a good listen. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, my interview with Patriot Bob Reed. You're going to want to listen to every word. Take notes, take measure, and be prepared to take action on all of this. Take a look at this interview that we did last week. Cheers. Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Right Side with Doug Billings. Thanks for joining us all around the planet. We appreciate you. I'm coming to you from smack dab in the middle of the fruited plain of the United States of America, helping you become, as you are, the most intellectually mature audience in all of podcast land, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we roll over here. Meeting today with one of the new sponsors that we have on the program. And you know that we bring people to you that can help in whether we're talking the right side of health, we're talking about becoming the better version of ourselves in order to engage fully in the fight that we're up against with regards to saving our beloved republic from the grip of communism, or in this case, the right side of wealth, trying to help us all navigate ways by which we can sustain the wealth that we've saved, our retirement earnings and our savings, our 401k plans, our pensions, whatever. In the age of Administrator Biden, with inflation hitting 10%, if they're reporting that it's 9%, you can bet that it's probably close to 12 or 13, ladies and gentlemen. And I really do want you to listen to Bob Reed, who is going to be coming on here shortly, and talk about the biblical standard by which folks should be considering investing. In times of inflation, when the value of your dollar is going down, gold and silver value goes up. Now, I know, I'm not the first person who has recommended to you that you look into gold and silver, but Bob has a mechanism by which you can not only protect the savings that you have currently, but also if you want an income stream for yourself, if you, in the age of COVID, don't want to go back to corporate America, if you don't want to be subjected to unconstitutional jabs or masks or other mandates, this is a powerful tool by which you can earn income and sustain yourself and your family. So I encourage you to listen. We bring you this information because we want you to know that we're in this together, and we want to be able to stand shoulder to shoulder with you to help navigate through these chaotic times during Administrator Biden and his Communist Socialist Party, which is, of course, not a pro-America political party. So having said all of that, and I hope properly teeing all of this up, I'm going to bring Bob Reed on the program. We're going to let him introduce himself to you, and we're going to talk a little bit about all of this. And I hope that you find, as I have, what he presents fascinating. So, Bob, welcome to the program.
Hey, thank you, Doug. It's so good to be here.
Hey, it's good to have you on the right side. We appreciate it. This is an important topic, and I think that, many of us, first of all, people hear, oh, he's going to talk about gold and silver. I got to be a millionaire to do that. I don't have enough money. That we have to kind of dispel some of these myths, put people's mind at ease, let them know what your program is about and how they can really benefit not only themselves, their family, their 401k, their retirement savings, et cetera. So could you just take a moment, give us a brief introduction of you? Why in the world are you qualified to talk about all of this? And then let's get into the program specifically.
Well, thank you, Doug. And I'm a red pill patriot, number one.
Amen. All right.
Okay?
Yes.
I started Tea Party of Louisiana way back in 2008.
Wow.
And been fighting this fight, and glad to join you younger guys and gals to fight this fight to keep our country. And we need to. But, we patriots need to stick together, Doug, more than ever. And so what we're going to be presenting today to the right side listeners and patriots is how we can help one another. And it's how they can become part of the right side patriot team, securing their wealth, protecting their wealth. And I do speak from a position of, let's say, experience and knowledge. I'm a chemical engineer. I have a master's in business, both from Louisiana State University, way back when most of you were just being born. I'm 75 years young, 54 years married to
God bless you.
a wife, and I've been in gold and silver for over 35 years. I've lost enough money in paper instruments, even though I had that MBA. And see, here's the thing, Doug. People aren't taught about gold and silver. Just in your lead, people don't think they can afford it. Oh. And they're actually taught that on purpose. And one of our programs is to teach them what they've never been taught in a manner that anyone can understand it, in a matter of any income bracket that they're in. But we show you how you, instead of using your tax dollars to give to this tyrannical government, how you use those tax dollars to acquire silver and gold on your own with inside the right side Patriots team, the new way. Now, I want to just address the subject why everyone needs gold and silver. Sure. So ask yourself, Who owns all the gold and silver in the world today? The physical gold, your coins, bars, different type of bullion. Who owns that? That's physically out. Banks, countries, and the super wealthy. So they own about 8.7% of all physical gold and silver in the world. If they own it all, don't you think you and I need to own some?
Yep.
Because they own it for one reason, to protect their wealth. And see, none of us have that protection. Let's give some illustrations first, Doug. Let's give some illustrations. I graduated from high school and went to college at LSU. And in 1965, Ford came out with that hot Mustang.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I wanted one of those suckers. That was $2,500. 2,500 of these things. Okay. Or 2,500 of these things. That's a 1 ounce. It says silver dollar. It's a 1 ounce silver eagle. Now we're taught to save this stuff, not this stuff.
Yeah.
We aren't even taught anything about this stuff.
Right.
Okay, let's go forward. Let's move forward. And so let's go ahead, graduate, retire, do your 40-year plan or 50 or 60-year plan on Social Security, your pension check. Now you need a new vehicle, Doug. You take out $2,500, go to the Ford store and lay it down and say, man, I need a new Mustang. And they're going to look at you and say, well, that's good enough for a down payment, Doug. You got 72 more months to pay. But your checks don't allow you to pay that kind of note anymore. But guess what, Doug? If you'd have had those same 1 ounce 2,500 coins, you could have bought 2 brand new Ford Mustangs.
Right on.
And so we're taught to save the wrong thing. We're not even taught anything about this. What are we taught? And I know because I did it for almost 20 years, save 10% of 10, 15% of my salary, stick it over in employee savings plans, IRA. Who's in control of that money? The tyrannical government and banks. If you're saving this, who's in control? It's you. And so it puts you in control. Well, gold and silver bullion is financial security. There's another side of the marketplace that hardly any average person ever even looks into or does. It's called the numismatic world.
Right.
And that's where you have exclusive, unique, rare coins like the one I'm holding up here. Then those coins gain value faster. Now, we have all heard about diversification. Well, yeah, you need to have not just all oil stocks and not less than some auto stocks and some paper stock, but that's still paper. And guess what, Doug? That stock market goes up, and that stock market goes down. It goes in cycles. I know. I've lived through 40 years of it, and I've seen my money do this. And if you need to sell when it's down, you're in a world of hurt. And we're about to experience some of our worst times ever in the financial market, both real estate and stock. So says all the other experts, and all my data tells me the same thing. So what I've been doing, Doug, over the last 6 years, as you know, I'm retired, I'm 75. I've been helping people learn about gold and silver. And like with you, like when we first started talking, I mean, it just makes plain sense to own some gold and silver. Well, we have found the right company, and I know the company. It works in a wondrous, marvelous 22nd century marketing concept, and no one's going to hear about it on TV like all those other old staid markets that's been there forever. Nobody can afford what they get, and they're always trying to upsell you and sell you things you really don't know about and don't need. And so this company came about, Doug, that we're affiliated with almost 6 years ago, not quite 6 years. And it's one of the fastest growing companies in the gold and silver market, has the most exclusive, is set up for a total global expansion. And they help us, one another, help one another. Now, it's kind of built on the Costco concept, a membership company like Hulu, Netflix, those kind of things. And one can join a member and they can get part of the membership benefits, gold and silver bullion at wholesale, at member direct, and they don't have to buy 1,000 ounces, Doug. They can get what they can afford. And you and I will not make any money off of that.
Right.
That's just a membership. So we're going to make an introduction to this unique company that they will only hear about through another person. And no, it's not one of those multi-level marketing things. It's not multi-level. You can just join. It's like Costco. Okay. So I like to hit that point up front. Now they do pay, and this is the beautiful part that I like to talk to Red Pill Patriots. And that's why I came to you. And this is where we as patriots need to teach other to secure our wealth, pay as little of their tax dollars in a legal way to the government, keep it, and accumulate wealth. And this program just fits perfectly, just like that, to what we want to do. And then it's patriots helping one another. We team up. We teach people how to team up. We teach people how to do this, how to share this outside of right. A lot of your listeners, they know a lot of people don't even listen to this program, even though they should, but they have friends, relatives, neighbors, things like this. Only those people can find out about it from us red pill people if we tell them about it. And so we will arm them. Now, they don't have to do that, Doug. They can just be a member and get all the membership benefits and be able to learn about gold and silver, buy gold and silver bullion at cost, have access to unique products, rare, exclusive, that don't exist anywhere else except the secondary market. So there's a lot of benefits. Plus, there's an added benefit, Doug, in this company as you become a member. And many of your listeners are facing it. Way back when we heard, and I fought hard against this Obamacare thing.
Yeah.
But now we all have to have medical insurance. Well, another great benefit of this company, it's like you went to work for Exxon or Shell. You can, as a member, get medical insurance, hospitalization insurance at 40 to 60% savings over any plan, and it's in all 50 states. And so that's another membership benefit. Then we have where you buy from 1,000 places, hotel, another membership benefit. So look, it's not only gold and silver, it's how you can save in every expenditure that you make, and people need to know about it. And the only way they can do it is, come to you, come to your website, click on that link, set up an interview, find out what it's all about. Information is free, Doug.
Right. And Bob, I love it because it's not only a mechanism by which they can get the health insurance, they can shop at various 1,000 different shops and get discounts. They can choose to make this a part-time income stream. I mean, really, it's very little effort at all, ladies and gentlemen, to have an extra $500 a month coming in if you choose to take it that way. And Bob, there are people that are making a lot more than that every month. And I just think in the age of, unconstitutional mandates and jabs, people are interested in learning about how they can take care of themselves and to get other revenue streams rather than having to return to corporate America.
Well, you're absolutely right there. And we haven't talked about this before, but I'm glad you brought that point up because, during the COVID shutdowns, I helped tons of people earn an income when they weren't earning an income. And they did it through accumulating wealth, earning some extra income, getting 1099 tax benefits, and then helping other people do the same. And in fact, I have quite a few hundred of those people that this is all they do now. They didn't go back, and many of them were our
our protectors, our police officers, and they can tell you in a heartbeat, an extra $500 a month doing this, just telling people what they're going to learn about. And we don't want to tell it here. We want them to understand it personally.
Right.
We want them to have their own personal conversation. We want them to be able to ask the questions they want. We want to give them the information, because see, we're too not like those big other companies. We're not advertising because people get their membership, they get all the benefits. Like I said, to me, this is like the Costco of gold and silver, and nobody knows about it until somebody tells you about it. And that's what we're doing with your right side group. We want to take it to the red pill people first.
Right.
And there is an income, but they don't have to participate in the income if they won't, but they still need to be a member.
You bet.
And they're supporting the group.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard me say it before. We are in this together, standing shoulder to shoulder. And I just can't thank Bob enough for coming on. Over on the website, dougbillings.us, make sure you look for the Right Side Wealth tab over there, and you'll be able to click on that, get some information from the website, and sign up to get, as Bob mentioned, connected to someone that will have a personal conversation with you about this, and you can ask questions, learn more about the program. It's a real personal touch. Bob, what kind of closing comments would you have for our audience today?
Well, one of the things I have is this: the government is printing up more and more money every day. And so if you look back, what I just example that I gave you with the dollar and the 1 ounce silver coin, you can just imagine if they spend this next billion, they got to create currency. And when they create currency, everything that you got in the bank account just got watered down. And this is where, inflation comes about, is because the people who are producing goods and services, they got to have more dollars just to stay equal. Well, the dollar bill got diluted, but you didn't get that same raise. We give you a plan B. We tell you how to protect yourself against inflation and give you all the tools to do it. You need information's free. And so we won't twist anybody's arm, because we want people who want what we want. We want to build a team of patriots working toward the same goal, having the finances to protect our country and keep it from these Marxist communists taking it over. Thank you, Right Side.
I like the way you think, Bob. Ladies and gentlemen, please go to the website, dougbillings.us. You'll see the Right Side Wealth button over there, and you click on that, get some information. Bob will be back from time to time on the program to share more insights and knowledge about it, and to help us all stand together as patriots in the face of what, Administrator Biden and this Communist Socialist Party just ruining our economy and causing us all real concern. But we are in this together. And again, everything I put in front of you as far as sponsors or people who can come together to help you out, I mean it. We have got to be able to stand shoulder to shoulder as patriots together in all of this. And doing so will bring about the restoration of our beloved republic. We will endure, and we are going to make it, ladies and gentlemen. I promise you that. You give yourselves permission to believe it. Bob, I look forward to talking to you many more times on the program, and to begin to get this message out to the people in America. We are in it together, Bob. Thank you so much for taking some time to be with us here on the Right Side.
Thank you, and I look forward to coming back as your Right Side Wealth Patriots team grows and grows and grows, and we are helping each other and answer questions as they may arise in the future the events with you.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, stay with me. I'll be right back after this short break with some more thoughts. Thank you. Cheers. Well, there you have it. That was a great interview that we did with Bob Reed, and God bless him for doing what he's doing, sharing his knowledge, his expertise in the gold and silver arena, the biblical standard by which investments are meant to be made, resilient against inflation, and in this case, an avenue for you, for those of you who are interested, to make a career of this, to make a living without the worry of a mandated jab or mask or whatever else, to be your own boss. And again, to make $500 extra a month is quite easy in this program. Many people making $7,000 a month, and quite a few people making $7,000 a week. ladies and gentlemen. So again, check that out. Fill out the form at dougbillings.us. When you click on the website there, you'll see it right at the top of the website. We really do encourage you to believe that we are here to help you. We are in this together, ladies and gentlemen. And when we come back, our old friend Greg, the Hydrogen Man, he will be talking to you about the benefits of hydrogen and hydrogenated water specifically. A really, really interesting development that we've had in the medical field, and it has increased people's health. And in many cases, studies and research show that it has profound effects on Alzheimer's, cancer, the effects of the jab, swelling in the body, all sorts of things. Over 170 different diseases that are benefited and in many cases cured because of this product. The Hydrogen Man, Greg, coming up when we come back on The Right Side with Doug Billings. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Everybody, welcome to the set of The Right Side with Doug Billings, where I am now less, and less is more. Since August 1st, I'm down 62 pounds, and now here we are well after Christmas, and I want to share this with you. I feel called to share it with you. I think that we all need to be the best version of ourselves if we're going to engage in the fight to save this republic from the grips of communism. And so I want to talk to you today about the right side of health. Send your name and ask for information about how I lost 62 pounds since August. Text your name to 913-428-0777. 913-428-0777. Or if you'd like, go to www.rightsidehealth.us. rightsidehealth.us. Both will get you to the place you need to be. Look at these before and after pictures that have been up there. Unbelievable. I had to get there before I got here. And so if you're faced with that kind of before situation, there is an after, and it's right there at the right side of health. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless you. Cheers. Holy Hydrogen, everybody. Holyhydrogen.com, promo code Doug, $100 off. Why? Molecular hydrogen, hydrogen gas infused water from a machine no larger than an average coffee maker, right there on your countertop in your kitchen. I use it. It helps. Diabetes, it helps. Cancer cells even been shown to be reduced by hydrogen gas. It also helps with brain fog. You have inflammation. It helps reduce the inflammation in your body. Weight loss is enhanced and expedited. Just a number of things that even has been shown in some cases to help recover from the side effects of the jab. Molecular hydrogen, hydrogen gas infused water from Holy Hydrogen. They have a customer service department. They have a payment plan. Holyhydrogen.com, promo code Doug for $100 off, ladies and gentlemen. Get the benefits of molecular hydrogen today. Cheers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have you ever heard of electromagnetic pulse, EMP for short? I've got a device here that I'm going to hook up to my car. I've got one that looks similar to it that I'm going to hook up to my breaker box in my house. EMP Shield, EMPshield.com. Go there and use promo code Doug. EMP pulse magnetic energy can come from the sun. It can happen in nature, but it also can happen from foreign nations who don't necessarily take too kindly to us. Can happen in nuclear blasts, things like that you've heard and seen in the movies. Now, I'm not saying a nuclear blast is going to happen, but this device, the EMP Shield, simple to install. Listen, if I can do it, and I'm no Einstein, you can do it. Hook it up to your car battery, hook it up to your breaker box in your home or your apartment, wherever. Make sure that you're protected in case of an electromagnetic pulse outbreak in this country or around the world. It will protect you. You want to be able to go from point A to point B. Get one today. EMPshield.com, promo code Doug. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to The Right Side with Doug Billings. Thank you very much for watching us around the planet. Greg, the Hydrogen Man, has been here several times on the program. He's one of our favorite guests. The hydrogen machine that he's going to be talking about, the size of a coffee maker, infuses water with hydrogen. And again, another way that we want to help you become the better version of yourself. Healthy and health and wellness important as we begin to engage in correcting and getting involved in this nightmare to correct it and save our republic from communism. I don't put people in front of you who would be a waste of your time. So here's our latest interview with Greg, the Hydrogen Man. I hope you find this fascinating as I do. And their product, Holy Hydrogen, can be found on my website, dougbillings.us. You click over there and use one of our promo codes. This one, the Holy Hydrogen promo code Doug, So I'm looking over at the monitor over there. Get you $100 off their machine. Greg, the Hydrogen Man. Here's the interview that we did with him last week. Check it out. Cheers. Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Right Side with Doug Billings. Thanks for watching us all around the planet. Today, one of my favorite guests. I always like talking to Greg, the Hydrogen Man. If you guys don't know the benefits of hydrogen, this is going to be truth bomb, mind-blowing city for you today. I love talking with Greg and having this conversation because, as you watch this show, I'm all about becoming the best version of ourselves that we can be as we endeavor to fight to reclaim our republic from the grips of the Communist Socialist Party and this nightmare that they have thrust us into. So we've got to be the best version of ourselves. That means we have to get healthy and we have to be able to engage in the work of determined patriotism. And molecularly infused water with hydrogen is the way that I've found is just an incredible. The research that backs up the benefits of this is incredible. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving any medical advice, and neither does Greg, the Hydrogen Man. We simply cite existing research and data that's out there in the public domain. You can find it yourself. Greg has a great YouTube channel. We'll talk about that and where you can find him. And in this machine that's no larger than an average coffee maker, sits on your counter comfortably at home, and it creates hospital grade, top tier 1 grade molecularly infused water with hydrogen, molecular hydrogen infused into your water. And everything from asthma to arthritis to cancer. Some even claim it reduces the side effects of any given number of medications, including radiation. If you're a cancer patient or a cancer survivor, you'll be happy to hear that. So I'm only scratching the surface of what Greg is going to talk about today. So let me, without any further ado, bring him in. Greg, the Hydrogen Man, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Greg.
Hey there, Doug. Good to see you again.
Good to see you again. So health benefits. I know that you've been on the program several times, but for the benefit of the folks who are seeing you for the first time and hearing this for the first time, give us a brief Reader's Digest recap of molecular hydrogen infused in water and the benefits of it.
Well, basically, we are talking about a gas, right? Hydrogen is a gas, a lot like oxygen. And we see that in the medical field, they already use oxygen. But hydrogen, almost nobody knows about it. And it actually appears to be way more powerful than even oxygen. And the things that I've seen from people with arthritis, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, glaucoma, macular degeneration, all these issues literally going away, which is hard to believe. I mean, it really is hard to believe. I've literally had doctors contact me and because they've seen these benefits with their patients, and they literally tell me like, somebody should be getting a Nobel Prize. And I agree. I mean, this is already medically approved. That's something that to be understood. This is medically approved, but not in America, in Japan. So it's like, why not in America? And the good news is that you can actually easily get it because of the technology that the Japanese developed. You can easily get it at home, and it's cheap, and you can use it for many, many years, and it's easy to access.
Well, I think in America too, Greg. I mean, I think Big Pharma doesn't want this to be released because of the benefits that it presents to us and the potential loss of revenue that it would obviously bring to the Big Pharma conglomeration. So let me talk about with you the research that you have read about the benefits that molecularly infused water with hydrogen, molecular hydrogen infused into water, I should say, the health benefits to cancer patients. I am a cancer survivor. I have a sister currently going through final stages of radiation with breast cancer. And so I've shared this with her, and I want you to share the incredible benefits, because I know cancer just seems to be on the uptick out there. And I think there's lots of people that would be interested to hear what you have to say about that.
Yeah, I have seen an uptick also. And basically, if people go to my YouTube channel, for example, I have my videos numbered. And if they watch video number 8, it's
What
so
is your
amazing
YouTube
because
channel?
It's called Uprising 144K.
Okay.
And then you can look for the numbers. And on video number 8, it's actually laboratory footage. They were showing cells that were exposed to the radiation for like chemotherapy. And you had about 90% cellular destruction, which is a lot. I mean, you're talking only 10% left that weren't really damaged. And there's so many side effects, people who've ever know about radiation and chemotherapy. Yeah. Then they expose the cells, same exact study, except they put in hydrogen. So the hydrogen that we're talking about, molecular hydrogen, instead of having 90% destruction, you only had 10%, which is just so much smaller. But the interesting part that they've been observing in Japan, They don't actually have any science, but they've observed it. And I've observed it too. I've known people who've used hydrogen while going through something like chemotherapy. And the cancer seems to go away about twice as fast, which is unbelievable. Why is it going away so rapidly? And because hydrogen protects DNA and does so many other things, and the amount of oxidative stress and free radical damage that happens from something like chemo, which is something that hydrogen has been shown to protect against a lot of these free radicals and all this damage that happens. So it goes away twice as fast, also meaning that you'll probably be exposed to much less of that chemo, which is obviously kind of poison to the body. So that's a positive thing. And then keeping it away. That's going to be another really key point, because they always want to see how long a cancer survivor, how long you'll go without getting it back. And it appears to help a great deal with keeping it at bay, so that either it won't come back or you'll have more time. It's a big no-brainer, and it's so easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can see all of this research that Greg is citing on his YouTube channel, Uprising144K. I encourage you to go over there and check that out. Greg, it also has great benefits for diseases that affect the brain, because hydrogen, as I've learned, because you and I have had so many conversations, hydrogen, the smallest of all of the molecules, is able to cross between the blood tissue barrier into the brain and deal with and help improve, according to the research, symptoms and signs of dementia and Alzheimer's, and I would assume brain cancer as well, other things. This is a phenomenal thing. You've definitely have information on that as well.
Yeah, there's preliminary data in regards to dementia and Alzheimer's. There's actually a medical center in Japan that's doing research on that. And based on the information, it appears that it should help, obviously prevent or even help with it. But I recently got an email, it was about a week ago, an unbelievable testimonial of a woman who had bought the device because she wanted to get the highest quality hydrogen, of course, for her mother, who is suffering from dementia. She couldn't hold a spoon. She could barely speak. Her words were all slurred. She couldn't stand up and walk around. And the reason that she had written me is because the daughter literally said, "Is this normal that hydrogen is working this good?" And I was thinking, normal? What do you mean? And I kept reading her email, and her mother has had phenomenal results. She can totally hold a utensil, to eat. She can now speak without slurring her words, and she's standing up and walking around. And she even sent me some amazing photos. I'll try to see if I can share them with you. But these are the kind of stories that I love. And I've been getting many emails like this throughout the years. Hydrogen is clearly amazing. And, the American people need to know about this, because it really helps change a lot of people's lives. And we do need to be strong and healthy and sharp,
Right.
in order to be able to stay on top of things.
We do. Ladies and gentlemen, you can get this device and look at it at holyhydrogen.com, holyhydrogen.com. They have a customer service department. They have people over there that will help you navigate the benefits there. They have a great series of videos and so forth. And Greg does too on his YouTube channel. Again, that's Uprising144K on YouTube. It is incredible. I have one at my house. It sits comfortably right on the kitchen counter. And I go through about 2 carafes of that hydrogenated water every day. And I can tell you, look, there's a difference. The swelling in my body, the brain fog that sometimes can creep in the afternoons, it's incredible. Greg, we've got just a couple of minutes left. I want you to share with the folks, your thoughts about, the overall. I mean, it's almost as if this hydrogen, it's a purposeful remedy given to us, as many things are in nature, given to us by God. It's a part of the creation that He made, and it's there readily available to all of us. And it's an easy device to use. You can breathe it, the gas, you can drink the water. What are your final thoughts on all of that?
It probably is the most natural thing on planet Earth, and in the cosmos. I mean, even outer space is primarily made of hydrogen. And it's just awesome that now we have the ability to be able to literally utilize it as this powerhouse for the human body. And the human body really appears to be designed for it. I mean, we literally make it in our body, but as we age, we make less and less of it. It's important to keep our levels up. Hence the reason that when we're really young, we make a lot of hydrogen in our gut. And as we age, you make so little, it's important to supplement it. And that's the reason that I think that it helps so much. It actually has been shown to have certain anti-aging effects. And so for people, people who are who want to obviously feel better, look better, again, it's the biggest no-brainer, and I'm really grateful to this company that they were able to make the device small, easy to use. They don't use chemicals like lye to have to make the hydrogen. It was
Right.
really a big endeavor by this company, and it was it came from the heart. In fact, the guy who created it had a daughter who has ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease.
Yes.
And he did it really thinking of her. He wanted to have medical grade, like super high quality hydrogen for home use. And so it's really amazing. And I hope people really appreciate what the hard work that's gone into creating this device.
Greg, I can't thank you enough for being on. I know that the members of this audience know that anything that I put in front of them is designed to help them become the better version of themselves, the best version of themselves that they can be. And so, ladies and gentlemen, again, holyhydrogen.com, head over there and check it out. If you use the promo code Doug, you'll get $100 off the price of the machine. And then part of your homework also, my friends, go to Uprising 144K on YouTube and peruse through Greg's channel, the research that he cites, the videos that he's produced, and learn, do your research. This is an incredible opportunity to seize upon a device that's easy and simple and provides you tier 1 hospital grade molecular hydrogen infused water for your health, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you. Stay with me. I'll be back right after this. Greg, thank you, my friend, for being with me again.
Oh, it was my pleasure. It was good to see you again, Doug.
You bet. I'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, right after this. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the set of my show, The Right Side. I'm Doug Billings. Hey, if you're looking for a web application, custom web development for your business, the Blaze team, ladies and gentlemen, the Blaze team can do it. They've got a team of highly skilled engineers, graphic designers, graphic artists, developers. They can tackle any project, no matter how big, no matter how small. They specialize in new websites, custom web applications. They can handle Android or iOS applications. Whatever your development needs are, the Blaze team has the skill to produce them. Absolutely so. The Blaze team also heavily involved into blockchain development, such as smart contracts, and they work with machine learning applications, big data, business intelligence systems. They can help you. If there's a web development platform that interests you, chances are that the Blaze team has skills in creating it. When you choose the Blaze team, you get the entire package, my friends, from creation to setup to the all-important hosting on servers that can't be touched. They won't be able to shut you down. The Blaze team, you want to reach them? Head over to www.blaze.team, www.blaze.team. Now, over there, they'll have a form that asks the question, how did you hear about us? Please type in Doug or The Right Side. One of those two things. That's how you heard about them. And you're going to be happy that you heard about them. From Doug Billings right here on The Right Side, www.blaze.team. Or if you want to email them, their email address is reach@blaze.team. Reach@blaze.team for an email. Same thing. Hey, I heard about you on The Right Side. I heard about you from Doug Billings. You'll get discounts and perks galore. The Blaze team, they're in it for you. They've got your backs just like I do. Believe it. For the Republic. Cheers. Hi, everybody. Doug Billings here on the set of my show, The Right Side. I am standing shoulder to shoulder with Mike Lindell and his employees over at mypillow.com. Use the promo code Billings when you go over there to mypillow.com. Everything that you need. You already know about the sheets, the pillows, obviously the pillows, the slippers, the best slippers in the world, ladies and gentlemen. They even have dog beds and pet beds over there. I've got 2 of them for my service dog, Jet. Absolutely, I do. MyPillow.com. Stand shoulder to shoulder with me and Mike Lindell as we support his employees as he endeavors to become one of the refounders, if you will, one of the refounding fathers of our republic. It's the least we can do. MyPillow.com, promo code Billings. Please, ladies and gentlemen, MyPillow.com, promo code Billings. Believe it. For the Republic. Cheers. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever heard of electromagnetic pulse, EMP for short? I've got a device here that I'm going to hook up to my car. I've got one that looks similar to it that I'm going to hook up to my breaker box in my house. EMP Shield, EMPshield.com. Go there and use promo code Doug. EMP pulse magnetic energy can come from the sun. It can happen in nature, but it also can happen from foreign nations who don't necessarily take too kindly to us. can happen in nuclear blasts, things like that you've heard and seen in the movies. Now, I'm not saying a nuclear blast is going to happen, but this device, the EMP shield, simple to install. Listen, if I can do it, and I'm no Einstein, you can do it. Hook it up to your car battery, hook it up to your breaker box in your home or your apartment, wherever. Make sure that you're protected in case of an electromagnetic pulse outbreak in this country or around the world. It will protect you. You want to be able to go from point A to point B. Get one today. EMPshield.com, promo code Doug. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to The Right Side with Doug Billings, where you are the most intellectually mature audience in all of podcast land, thanks to my efforts to dispense to you that intellectual maturity. Ladies and gentlemen, let's be honest. The other side continually demonstrates their ability not to engage in intellectual debate or discussion, but simply have meltdowns, riots, arson, looting, and anarchy. Yeah. Greg the Hydrogen Man, though, what about that? Isn't that amazing? Holyhydrogen.com, promo code Doug, get $100 off that machine over there. And prior to that, Bob Reed giving you a pathway to financial freedom, financial success, and a way to escape corporate America and the mask mandates, jab mandates, and everything else that you've always hated about corporate America. Make sure that you follow through with those two links, those two the gentlemen, and the information that they provide. I mean it. We are in this together. We've got to have each other's backs. And we, on this program at least, we only put people in front of you who can benefit you, and that we can be sure that if you were to follow their advice, get their products or follow their advice or whatever, you will benefit. So the nightmare continues. And I want to spend just the remaining 10 minutes or so that I have with you to remind you of the importance of local involvement in our election and political environment. We were involved in massive numbers in 2020 when we voted. On election day in 2020, there's no one that can doubt that we conservatives got involved in numbers that we've never seen before. No doubt about that. When I say local involvement is the key to our winning, we have to take local involvement to the next level. It's not just about voting. It's about being involved at the level of paid election observers, poll watchers, committee men and women, your county commissioners, school boards, et cetera, canvassing and doing voter roll registration audits, to make sure that John and Jane Doe, who died in 1810, aren't voting, in today's elections. This is where we need to get involved. There are Democrats across this republic who have benefited from the money, the deep pockets of George Soros, and they have run for and won positions of power that really influence the elections. More than any other position in American politics, every state's Secretary of State sets the tone, sets the laws, sets the regulations for the voting process in that state. And we have got to begin to run for and win state Secretary of State positions. The governorships, of course, we need to also focus on those. What about the state's district attorney general? Yes. Stalin had it right when he said, it's not the people who vote that matter, it's the people who count the vote that matter. And boy, was he right. And folks, if we want to look at 2020, I don't know any intellectually mature person who would suggest on the Republican side, on the conservative side, who would say that we should simply overlook 2020 and let's just move on over here. Nothing else to see over here. We have never said that on this program. We have said that we must endeavor to fix 2020 at all costs. Absolutely. But we can't be paralyzed by that. We have got to fix 2020. But being the most intellectually mature audience in all of podcast land, I know that the vast majority of you understand that we have to multitask in this endeavor. There are many fronts in the battle to reclaim our republic from the Communist Socialist Party. One of them is fixing 2020, but it's only one. We have to do it, but we can't be paralyzed by that. To say fix 2020 or bust, as if to mean we can only focus on 2020 and do nothing else. That's a losing strategy. We've got to multitask. We got to fix 2020. And at the same time, we have to fully engage in 2022. And at the same time, multitasking, we have to plan for 2024. Luckily, We conservatives can do all of that. We can walk and chew gum at the same time. Thank you very much. We're not going to be paralyzed by the mantra fix 2020 or bust. It's a losing strategy. I don't know why people go out of the way to say it. It freezes people in time, and we can't afford that. Maybe that's why they're doing it, because the people that say that, maybe they're really not on our side. I'll let you decide that. When we look at 2020, we have to understand that the positions in our local communities and our local government give rise to the ability to declare election laws and to set election standards and to set precedents to run and manage the entire election process in each state. And those positions really rest and reside with, those duties reside with the Secretary of State. Crucial role in every state in this nation. The Attorney General, and it's important as well. The governor, obviously important. But we, in our zest to go to the ballot box in 2020, we got involved there. We certainly did. No doubt about it, in record numbers. But we were not involved in the local level in other areas. And that's on us, if we're honest, if we're self-aware enough, and if we have reflected, and if we really can look at that, we know that it's our fault. We were not involved. Wait a minute, it's not our fault, Doug. They stole it from us. I understand that. They did. That's their mindset. They know how to cheat. They don't default to honesty. They are a coalition of immorality, ladies and gentlemen. I understand that. But we know that. We know that they're going to cheat. So we have to be even more involved than ever before to keep an eye on them, to become paid election officials, poll watchers, canvassers, election and voter roll auditors, et cetera, et cetera. We have to understand how the Communist Socialist Party endeavored to begin to cheat in 2020. And they didn't just spring to action in 2020. They began planning for and seeking radical socialist candidates, Communist Socialist candidates, to fill positions of power in each state back as early as 2016, and really took it to the mat in 2018. And in order to trace the roots of all of this, it takes us back to 2018. It was really then, as I said, that they began their full frontal assault on the election process. And they really did endeavor to place radical Communist Socialists in the general election, in the midterm election, and to win these Secretary of State positions. It would be how they carried out the cheat in 2020. You see, they didn't become paralyzed in any particular year. They didn't just sit around and say, hey, 2018 or bust. We got to get it done now or never. They were smart. They knew they had to execute a plan, and so we have got to execute a plan also. They were going to pull the strings of power in 2020 if they could get involved in 2018. They knew it, and they set out to do it. They did it in many states, but they did it in particular in Michigan, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Georgia, the battleground states, right? Now, in Arizona, I have a friend out there. I'm going to be mentioning him a few times in this program, Mark Fincham, who's running for that state's Secretary of State. It's really important that you support Mark, even if you don't live in Arizona, because, look, we need every state to have a solid America First conservative in that position of Secretary of State to help in the election process. If we had done this in 2018, 2020 wouldn't have been stolen from us. One of the ways that you can do this is by going to his website, this one that we're going to put up on the screen. We're going to have a fundraiser for Mark out in Newport Beach, California. Please come out and join us. General Flynn will be there. I'll be there. Mark Fincham, of course, will be there, and others. Rachel Ham, all of that. It's at finchamnewport.com, www.finchamnewport.com. Head over there. And if we are at all interested in election integrity throughout this republic, no matter where you live, we've got to be able to support candidates like Mark from whatever state we're in. And you go there, you donate, look, whatever you can, $10, $20, 50, 100, whatever you can afford. And I know there's lots of people asking you, but here's a real conservative reason to do it. These positions, the Secretary of State, the State Attorney General, governorships, if we conservatives want to reclaim this republic from the Communist Socialists in 2022 in the House and the Senate, and in 2024 for the White House, we've got to do it. We've got to fix 2020, no doubt about it, but we cannot be paralyzed by 2020. We have multiple fronts at this battle to reclaim, and we're going to do it to reclaim the republic. We've got to do it. We have no choice. We have to fix 2020. Another front that we have in this battle is 2022. Right now, the primary season upon us, and we've already proven that we can win elections even in the era of stolen presidential American elections. We can win because of our involvement. And don't give me this, oh, they're just waiting for the big guns. They're just waiting for the main election in November. You know, that midterm. They're just waiting they're going to really execute the cheat. They may well try, but ladies and gentlemen, with your involvement at your local level, they won't have such an easy go of it. I mean, for the love of Pete, let's at least make them work for the cheat. This means at the local level, we have got to really get involved and take an issue with all of this, engaging ourselves to become, again, as I said, paid election observers, poll watchers, ballot box observers, canvassers, voter roll registration auditors, et cetera, et cetera. You can do it. And this is how we take the republic back. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a pack of blessings on your back. Please understand, I honor the feeling of 2020 or bust, right? Fixing it or bust. When we have something stolen from us, we want it back as quickly as possible. The way that Trump comes back is that we get fully involved in our local communities. He's going to run again in 2024. We elect him in 2024. We got to begin to plan for that now. In the meantime, in 2022, we have to fully engage today. If we want to reclaim the House and the Senate, just imagine if we did that. If we reclaim the House and the Senate this November, we can all but put an end to the reign of terror of Administrator Biden and his Communist Socialist Party. Give yourself permission to believe this, ladies and gentlemen, please. And don't forget to inspect that pack of blessings on your back because it's an abundant. This is still the greatest country in the world, and I'm proud to be part of it with you. Ladies and gentlemen, DougBillings.us. Head over there and sign up. Become a member, please. $10 a month, $120 for the year. DougBillings.us. Believe it, ladies and gentlemen, for the Republic. God bless you. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Everybody, welcome to the set of The Right Side with Doug Billings, where I am now less, and less is more. Since August 1st, I'm down 62 pounds, and now here we are well after Christmas, and I want to share this with you. I feel called to share it with you. I think that we all need to be the best version of ourselves if we're going to engage in the fight to save this republic from the grips of communist socialism. And so I want to talk to you today about the right side of health. Send your name and ask for information about how I lost 62 pounds since August. Text your name to 913-428-0777. 913-428-0777. Or if you'd like, go to www.rightsidehealth.us. rightsidehealth.us. Both will get you to the place you need to be. Look at these before and after pictures that have been up there. Unbelievable. I had to get there before I got here. And so if you're faced with that kind of before situation, there is an after, and it's right there at the right side of health. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless you. Cheers. Hi, everybody. Doug Billings here, and I want to tell you about a doctor in pharmaceutical sciences, a scientist, a biologist, a pharmacist. I'm talking about Dr. Mujan Donaldson. And Dr. Donaldson is the founder of the Hair Regrowth Centers. You can find her at hairregrowthcentersinc.com. Now listen, she's the leading expert in regrowing your own hair. Her formula will stimulate your hair follicles and regrow your hair, folks. You don't have to depend on expensive and painful cosmetic surgery for hair transplants and plugs. Regenerate your own hair. It's fully approved, suited for men and women alike under the supervision of a medical doctor, and she has 100% success rates. Dr. Mujan Donaldson, hairregrowthcentersinc.com, or you can call her at 831-521-6671. Ladies and gentlemen, hairregrowthcentersinc.com. Cheers. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever heard of electromagnetic pulse, EMP for short? I've got a device here that I'm going to hook up to my car. I've got one that looks similar to it that I'm going to hook up to my breaker box in my house. EMP Shield, EMPshield.com. Go there and use promo code Doug. EMP pulse magnetic energy can come from the sun. It can happen in nature, but it also can happen from foreign nations who don't necessarily take too kindly to us. It can happen in nuclear blasts, things like that you've heard and seen in the movies. Now, I'm not saying a nuclear blast is going to happen, but this device, the EMP Shield, Simple to install. Listen, if I can do it, and I'm no Einstein, you can do it. Hook it up to your car battery, hook it up to your breaker box in your home or your apartment, wherever. Make sure that you're protected in case of an electromagnetic pulse outbreak in this country or around the world. It will protect you. You want to be able to go from point A to point B. Get one today. EMPshield.com, promo code Doug. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.